I have a brand new core routine you are going to love. All you need is just a mat. We're going to work the front, the sides, the back of the core in a nice little progressive flow. We're going to ease on into it with a cat-cow stretch. And all we want to do here is start with our hands directly underneath our shoulders, our knees under our hips. We'll just warm up that spine a little bit. So we'll curve, tuck, and lift through the ribs. And then from here, draw those ribs down, look towards the ceiling. Just getting a little bit of mobility through that middle spine. We'll come back to neutral here and come straight down onto those forearms into a half plank position. So walk those knees back, tighten up through your hips, lower that pelvis here. And then slowly start to tap those toes all the way to the mat and then bend those knees back to your start position. So just starting off really gently here, it's a little toe tap to lift. So I want you to push up through your shoulders, engage through your hips, tighten up through your knees, and just rely on that nice slow eccentric load through that lower core. We're going to progress this shortly. You have 2 more here. Last one coming up, and then from here, tucking your toes under, lowering your toes all the way down, lifting off your knees into a forearm plank, lowering your knees, bend your heels back towards your hips. And then from here we progress, going from our forearm plank to drop the knees half plank with a heel kick. So incorporating hamstrings, shoulders, lower core. And then just see if you can lengthen your neck. Take a little bit of load into those toes and put your weight back into that lower limb so you're not crunching into those shoulders. You have 3 more here. And 2. Very last one coming up, lifting off the knees to hover and hold. We start to go for a foot tap. That left toe will tap to the left. That right toe will tap to that right, keeping the shoulders still, pelvis engaged. Just little unilateral toe taps here, just to work a little bit more down the side of that core. Keeping the toes nice and heavy, elbows nice and square. You have 15 seconds here. We'll come back into that 4-point kneel position. Last 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come down, back into that 4-point kneel position. Squaring off the shoulders, squaring off those hips. And then from here, extend that left arm, reach it forwards, extend that right leg, reach it back, fingertip to toes nice and long through the line. From here, we start a lateral wave. So we slowly come out to the side and slowly come back to center. So the goal here is to incorporate your obliques, shoulders, legs, glutes, that core working hard in a lateral plane, keeping your torso and your pelvis really still, just your limbs moving in opposition here. Really good focus core specific set for runners. And the breathing pattern here is going to be an inhale to open and exhale to close. It's an inhale to open, exhale to close. You have 2 more here. See if you can keep that lower core lifted, slight tailbone tuck. Last one coming up. From here, back to center, place your hand down, tuck your toes straight up into a full plank position. Drop your heels to the left, reach your right arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Back to center, drop those heels back to the left, reach your right arm all the way up towards the ceiling. So we're just going for a little unilateral hip dip as we take the heels across, single arm reach. Very much relying here on that lateral core, oblique strength from your shoulders to your hips. And your eye gaze should follow that hand. You have 3 more. And 2. Last one coming up. We come straight back onto those knees. Knees come down, rolling out the shoulders straight back into that 4-point kneel position. From here, that right arm reaches forwards. That left leg extends right back to hold. All right, your fingertips to your toes in a traction position. Start for that lateral wave. We open the arm and then we open that leg. So we're coming sideways here, but your torso and your pelvis stays completely still. Nice and slow to the side, nice and slow back. Breathing pattern here, inhale as you open, exhale as you close. You want to keep your eyes just to the top of your mat and your spine completely straight, channeling your best coffee table-like spine position here. Incrementally getting that wave a little bit further across. 3 more here, we come back into that full plank. 2, you've got your front of your core, your side of your core, and the back of your core working hard here. Last 1, back to center. That hand comes down, the toes come down into that full plank position. Rock your heels to the right, left arm reach and twist. Coming back to center position. Heels drop to that right, left arm reach and twist. So as you're doing this one, you want to keep your hips tight, your quads engaged, your heels dropping gently, your arm reaching strong up towards the ceiling. Eyes always following that hand. You have 4 more here. We finish this little face down sequence in our plank and 4 point with 1 last little forearm plank. 3 to go. And 2. See if you can get a little bit more length underneath that side waist for this very last 1. Reach, twist, straight back down onto those forearms. From here, pull your heels and knees together nice and tight. We go straight into a hip dip from the left to the right. So we take the heels tight, but the hips just start to move. A little bit right, a little bit left. You have your forearms in place. Your neck is long, your eye gaze still to your fingertips, and you're really working down that lateral side chain of the body. Front, back, and sides here. 15 seconds to go. We'll come straight into a little happy puppy stretch to ease off the front of this core. In 10, 9, 8, 7, heels high, knees tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come down, lift up through your hips, drop down through your chest, have a quick sway from side to side. And then from here we come straight onto our backs. With our knees at tabletop position, floating them up to 90 degrees, take your hands behind your head, your elbows are wide, curl and lift all the way up, the shoulders lift. From here, flex your feet, glue your knees together. Start to slowly extend those heels, bend those knees, bring them straight back to 90 degrees. It's a double leg glued together bicycle. So really just focusing on the front of the core here at this point in time. You want to keep your hips heavy, your lower back flat, your elbows wide, eye gaze just towards your knees. Taking it nice and slow as you extend, reach, and bend. You have another 20 seconds here with this one. We're gonna go straight into some oblique reaches, but see if you can keep the shoulders lifted a little high, get those heels down a little lower. 10 seconds. We'll come back to our start position and start an oblique reach with a single leg lower in 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that position. See if you can extend those legs straight up towards the ceiling. Start to lower one leg and lift. Lower the other leg and lift. We're gonna add a reach here. You reach for your left ankle. Slight twist through the torso as you lower that right leg. Reach for your right ankle, left hand as you lower that left leg. Reaching across the body. Your feet come back to 12 o'clock each time. Exhale, reach, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach, twist. Inhale, center. So you've got the front of the core stabilizing upper and lower, and you're getting a little bit of that side waist rotation. Should be starting to really feel it throughout that whole torso at this point. You have 2 more each leg. Last one each side. Last one. Those knees bend, the arms come wide. Relax into your shoulders. Little sway of those knees side to side for 3, 2, and 1. Super short, sharp, and snappy little routine there for the core. I hope you enjoyed it. Perfect to do after a run or just as a standalone session in itself. I hope you enjoyed your session of Pilates with AB. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow the link below for more exercise snacks, mobility tips, and runner special sequences. Enjoy.